What goes more hand in hand than baseball and advertising? As soon as team owners figure out they could slap ads on outfield walls, they went up faster than you can say Preparation H. We as fans have come to accept these ads both in person and on TV. But today's video is about the ones that were just plain unusual. The MLB's weirdest marketing gags is coming up right after this. Do you like coffee? Of course you do. And there's nothing like a warm, fresh batch of aromatic coffee filling your morning with smells of optimism and delicious, ethically sourced Arabica beans. So, after this video, you can go to benchwarmerbrew.com from the link below and order my beans, either pre-ground or ground. And if you subscribe for monthly deliveries, you can save up to 25%. Benchwarmer Brew, the 5 Points Blend, the most cheatingest brand of coffee ever. First of all, a huge shout out to the R Baseball Reddit, where I got a lot of these amazing finds, boys. The Metrodome Milk Jug. Giant objects in stadiums aren't all that uncommon, and most of them make some sense, like the Big Apple in Citi Field or the giant glove in Oracle Park. But a huge milk jug? Look, the Metrodome was already weird to begin with. A white roof where fly balls disappeared like the Epstein list, a literal garbage bag covering the high wall in right, a plexiglass fence in left taken straight from a hockey arena, and of course, a milk jug. Towards the last days of the Metrodome's existence, the environment was getting stale and needed a refresher. So they did what any sane group of people would do: a giant inflatable plastic dairy container sponsored by Land O'Lakes, which is headquartered in Minnesota. If this isn't the most Midwest thing on earth, I don't know what is. You betcha. When the Twins moved to Target Field, the jug didn't come with them, and I am utterly unsure of the fate of this installation. I'm willing to bet it's in some executive's garage and they bust it out on their front lawn every Christmas just to impress the neighbors. Or maybe they hand out quarts of milk on Halloween. The jug lives on virtually in MLB The Show 2023. Now, if the jug was a big league promotion, this one actually got demoted. The huge Dunkin Donuts Cup at Shea Stadium. It's unclear when this giant iced coffee cup was installed in Shea Stadium, but thanks to the Flickr accounts of Wally Gobitz and Morton Fox, we know for sure this thing was at least here in 2008, the ballpark's last season. As I said before, Shea is no stranger to large objects, but the Big Apple is functional. It rises up whenever Juan Soto earns some of his $765 million contract. But in the visitors' bullpen at Shea was this giant iced coffee cup, which admittedly has me a little thirsty for an iced coffee. Dang, I'm getting marketed. Shea was torn down after 2008, but 15 years later, the nearby Hartford Yard Goats installed a giant Dunkin' Cup 2, effectively bringing the cup out of retirement and back into the action like it was Kenny Powers. The cup is a fitting installation because the Yard Goats play in Dunkin Park, a minor league stadium. Wouldn't it be better if Dunkin bought the naming rights to a basketball arena? Speaking of marketing that wasn't well thought out, or was it? The Padres Paint Can, Petco Park. I did a really popular video about the Sherwin-Williams paint can where Justin Upton bounced in a home run, and because it didn't go directly in the can, the company did not donate the money to charity. Hey, it's their right, whatever. But did you know there was another Hit It Here paint can just down the 5? And it was owned by a competitor? Buckle up though, this story has swerves. In 2011, Frazee Paint set up a giant paint bucket in a tiny alcove in left field between the terrace and the Western Metal Supply Company. Below the can, which could hold over 3,800 gallons of paint, it said Padres home run equals $500,000, which would be donated to the Padres Foundation if anyone deposited a ball in the can. Giggity. Well, if you see where this thing is positioned, the odds of that happening is less than the Browns winning the Super Bowl. So it's safe to say that nobody even came close. Plot twist, Sherwin-Williams, the same company that refused to pay over $1 million on a technicality, acquired Frazee in 2013, and the promotion was immediately discontinued. There appears to be some remnant of it covered in tarp in Google Earth. That last one got grounded, but this next one took to the air. The indoor Blimp, Tropicana Field. Now, finding information on this one was difficult, but rest assured, it did exist. Indoor blimps at hockey and basketball arenas are commonplace as they are easy to manage and are small, but I think this one was one of the first. Legend has it that Tropicana Field, when it was named the Thunderdome, had a very large indoor blimp that dropped tickets and t-shirts on the fans. It was sponsored by Florida Power. Again, now indoor blimps are common, but on Reddit it is alleged that the blimp malfunctioned, got out of range and into the field of play, causing the discontinuation of its use. The Astrodome also had a blimp sponsored by Continental Airlines that came out of a tent in right field. Wow. Okay, that might have been a bizarre ending, but this one was truly just bizarre. The animatronic Rusty, Pac Bell Park. If there wasn't video of this monstrosity, I would not believe it. When Pac Bell Park, now Oracle Park, opened in 2000, there was an installation inside the right field fence. Some marketing genius at Old Navy said, hey, it's a new millennium, so we need something high-tech to honor these modern times. We didn't have FaceTime back then. And so Rusty was born, a 14-foot tall animated statue thing that, well, I mean, take a look. Rusty was booed immediately upon his debut, and despite the fact that he could slide, make diving catches, and do other crazy things, he was not beloved. Rusty also broke down more than a Ford Windstar. He was so problematic, just like Urban Meyer, he didn't even last the full season, and he promptly was removed in 2000, being sent to the great scrap metal yard in the sky. Old Navy was panned deeply for the gag, and rightfully so. And now for our weirdest MLB marketing gag of all time, Harvey the Rabbit, Kansas City. This one didn't have a direct sponsor, but it was meant as a draw to bring fans to the ballpark and sell tickets. And boy, was it effing weird. A lot of people remember Bill Veeck as a marketing genius in baseball. He planted the ivy at Wrigley Field, but there also was Charlie Finley, the longtime owner of the A's. Charlie O. Finley tried all types of gags, unique uniforms, mustache day, orange baseballs, Charlie the Mule, but none were more bizarre than Harvey the Rabbit. You see, Charlie wanted to find a unique way to deliver baseballs to the umpire, so he dug a hole in the area behind home plate, and out of it popped a rabbit with a basket on its head full of baseballs. The song Peter Cottontail would play as this jovial statue emerged from the earth, sometimes startling players who didn't know what a fucking rabbit was coming out of the turf Bugs Bunny style was doing. The rabbit was actually engineered by a local elevator company, and Harvey's run lasted on and off from 1961 to 1971, even coming with the A's to Oakland after they left KC in 1967. Unfortunately, Harvey suffered electrical problems and was purportedly buried under the Coliseum, along with every true Oakland A's fan's dignity. In 2018, the A's tried to revive Harvey with a Segway-looking robot, but John Fisher probably thought that the electricity to charge it was too much and shut it down after one season. A fucking skinflint owner. Well, there you have it, some of the most bizarre marketing gags in MLB history. Please subscribe for more interesting videos on sports. Please subscribe. I'm 5 Points Vids, and you made it to my next video.